Hey, it's Silver Shareholder, and I wanted to make a video about why I'm a silver shareholder and why I believe having stock of silver is a good idea. So, I think silver's a market where you really don't have any competition. People that need silver, there's no alternative. In certain applications, as the price rises, there may be, alternatives to using silver. I've heard of solar panels where silver's not used. So, they may replace silver in certain applications, but as far as silver, there's actually no replacement for silver. And I believe silver is a somewhat limited resource. As the price rises or technology advances, they may find ways to mine, silver where it wasn't profitable in the past. They may, mine and refine lower grade ore, or they may be able to, process silver at a lower cost. I'm sure there will be some new discoveries made. But I just heard about a 1 billion barrel discovery of oil. They're saying it's a new discovery. Now I've heard about ground penetrating radar and satellite imagery and satellite mapping, and it's been around for a while now. So I don't know if I believe that this is a new discovery. I mean, they say we didn't get into Iraq for the oil, of course. So I'm sure we didn't get in there because there's 1 billion barrels of oil. But yeah. So yeah, I got a feeling it may not be such a new discovery. But now they're going to capitalize on it. They say they found 1 billion barrels of oil over there in Iraq, and yeah, I don't believe about peak oil. I don't believe that it's a limited resource. It may be limited in that we're using it faster than it can be replenished, but there's also synthetic oil, there's alternatives to oil. So I think as the price rises or it becomes more scarce, there's going to be alternatives, and it seems like they've got new discoveries all the time. So, even though I do believe holding stock in oil or in grain or water or something like that may be a really good move, same with land, but all those things have their own problems. Storing oil or storing grain in investment quantities, I think, is a real problem. And then if you get into buying stocks of individual companies or ETFs or whatever, now you're into the stock market and the paper game, where you've got to trust that that whole system is going to maintain and stay viable, where it may not. So when I talk about holding stock in silver, I'm talking about stock in the physical metal, and it's a concentrated form of wealth. So it's easy to store, it's easy to take possession, and mining stocks might be great too, and I've got some interest in that because I see that's a way to really increase your wealth, quickly, but it's more of a gamble, and you're betting on individual companies, and it's pretty much like playing the lottery, I think, at this point. Whereas silver, it's I've seen the price go down, and the price could go down more. You got 1 billion barrels of oil just discovered. That could bring the cost of gas down, making it cheaper for people to mine. So it's always possible the price could come down, but if it comes down, I just view that as an opportunity. I think it can only come down so much. Silver is something you can hold stock in with faith that that stock's never going to go to zero. Silver is never going to cease to be desirable. Silver is never going to cease to be an element, as opposed to a company that may just go out of business and cease to exist. And if the price of silver goes lower, which it could, then I'm just going to look at it as an opportunity to get more silver for my dollar. So if silver price goes in half, if it drops, by 50%, then that means I get double the silver for my money, which to me is great, and in the future I think it'll rise. Now, when I first got into it, the price was going up, and I thought I was some kind of genius investor. I'd listened to some YouTube videos where people told me, silver was going to 100 or silver was going to 500. I got it, I think it was around, 17 an ounce or something, and it went up to 20, it went up to 25, it went up to 30, 40. up close to 50, and I thought I was some kind of genius. I thought silver was going to 100. Honestly, I was still buying at those prices, and now that the price has come back down, I don't feel bad about having bought silver at 48 and up to 50 and stuff with premiums, and I don't think that that was a bad move. Now, as of now, if I sold, yeah, I lost money on it, but in the big picture, I think that that's insignificant, and if silver goes to 50, I'll still be a buyer. But right now, with silver where it is, I think it's a great opportunity. I think it is going to 50, and it's going to go higher. It's just a matter of time. But if it goes to 20, what are you going to do? Are you going to sell your silver? Are you going to, cease to believe in silver? I won't. I'll just look at it as an opportunity to get more silver. And the paper markets are interesting, but I don't have faith in them like I do the physical metal. I think if you're holding actual silver in 100 years, I believe it's going to really be worth more. In 10 years, I believe it's really going to be worth more. As the population grows, as demand grows, as the monetary base grows, I think, the sky's the limit for silver. Now, as the price comes up, will they mine more? Sure. But it's still a limited resource, and it's still a physical investment where you're actually investing in something tangible. If silver goes down to $1 an ounce, I could still take this and use it for, I don't know, a paperweight, or if you see that, I just picked that up. I think that's really nice. It's a Stagecoach, nice looking bar, but that's always going to have some value. And I think that value is going to really increase. But even if it goes down, I mean, it can only go down so much, and it's still going to have some sort of use. And I really think the trend is up. But what do I know? I mean, I thought I was some kind of investment genius when obviously, they were just running the markets up. It's come back down. I think it's going to go a lot higher, but in what time frame, I have no idea. But I think it is something to invest in or something to hold stock in. Silver is unbeatable. You can't hold stock in physical oil. You can't just have 100 barrels of oil sitting around in your garage. You're not going to have a whole silo full of corn. Silver is something you can actually hold, and it's going to go up. So take advantage of the low prices and, invest in silver, become a silver shareholder. Anyone can do it. For $2 or $3, you could become a silver shareholder. You could go out and buy a dime, a 90% silver dime, or a 40%, silver war nickel. So there's no excuse for anyone that's interested not to become a silver shareholder. And it's one thing that you can invest in with faith that it's never going to be worth nothing. And we'll see. Only time will tell where the price is going, but I think that it's going to go up. And I think even its valuation is going to go up. It's a lot better than having a bank account where you're charged overdraft fees and service fees, and you're getting no interest or very little interest that doesn't keep pace with inflation. And I think if you were trying to purchase something in the future, silver is a good in-between step where you might, purchase silver, and then when the time's ready where you have enough to get what you were interested, sell it off. And that's what attracts me to silver. It's a much more solid investment than anything else I can think of. And if you got any comments, let me know. Thanks for watching.